Gather round, weary children, for I am going to tell you the tale of Bartholomew. Yes, Bartholomew, the man, the myth, well, you'll see. Once upon a time, in the eastern canal of Gloucestershire Inn, sat a green, gorgeous pig by the name of Sir Humphrey. You see, Sir Humphrey was wonderful because he produced green eggs. The green-egged, green-pigged ham man, Sir Humphrey, was very well renowned in the kingdom of Ireland, and it was upon this one fateful day that a traveler stumbled into his magnificent mansion. The magnificent mansion made completely out of dog. He walked right up to the door and he was like, "Hello, sir, how may I assist you on this fine occasion?" And the stranger said, obviously that creeped Sir Humphrey out. So he's like, "If you have no business here at my magnificent mansion made out of dog, I bid you a good day." The stranger said, "No, Sir Humphrey, I have something important to say." And Sir Humphrey said, "Well, then spit it out, lad. I haven't a single moment to spare. You see, I have started watching this new series on Netflix called Total Drama Island." The stranger was like, "Ooh, I better get to the point of the story." Sir Humphrey was like, "Yes, indeed you should." The stranger revealed himself to be a pit droid from Star Wars. Not just any pit droid, however. God. He was God, the pit droid. Sir Humphrey said, "Oh shit, dude, you should have started with that." And God's like, "Yeah, no shit. Okay. I have 3 very important tasks for you, my child." And then Sir Humphrey is like, "Ooh, I am most intrigued." And God said, "Your first mission is to collect." There was an awkward silence as God was coming up with a thing to say. Sir Humphrey said, "Collect what, God? I must say I do not know what you want me to collect in your infinite power." God then quickly interjected, "I want you to collect fish." Sir Humphrey said, "That's a mildly confusing request. You see, I am but a green... hi, Coco. A green pig. A green pig who lays green eggs. And I know not of this fish collecting that you speak of. I have not seen a fish in a decade. In 4 months." And God was like, "Yeah, figure that shit out, and then come back. And when you get a fish, I come back." And Sir Humphrey was like, "Oh, you know it. I'll go get a fish. Let me go pack some apple juice." And God was like, "Yeah, all right. I'm gonna wait in here. Is it cool if I come inside and watch some Total Drama Island?" And Sir Humphrey was like, "No. But you can't say no to God. That is the one rule. That is the rule." And then he was off with his apple juice. Yeah, apple juice. He had his apple juice. He knew not where to go, however, so he went to the bar. And at the bar, there were millions of them. It was like 10. Not million. There were like 10 patrons There were like 10 patrons, and they all were like, "Ah, Humphrey, good to see you. Come, take a seat." And Humphrey said, "No, I'm on a quest from God." They said, What is your quest, Sir Humphrey?" As like 20 people, no, like 4 people, 4 of the 10 people gathered to listen to him. He said, "God showed up to my house, and he wants me to collect a most holy thing for him." And the barkeeper, God, also God, said, "Oh, man, that sucks, bro. I heard that you were watching Total Drama Island." And he was like, "Yeah, but like it's God. You got when God comes a knocking, you start a cracking, you know?" And he's like, "That's a good point." Sir Humphrey was like, "Yes, I must collect a fish." Everyone in the bar was like, "Oh my God, a fish? That's preposterous. I haven't seen a fish in over a decade and 4 months." And then Humphrey was like, yeah, no shit, yeah." And everyone was like, "I wonder, how can we help out our good friend Humphrey?" When suddenly, the dastardly villain, Pocahontas, came right into the door. And she was all like, "Hey, I can smell the colors of the wind. And the colors of the wind say, you're a bitch." And Sir Humphrey was like, "Oh, by God, egads, woman, I cannot handle the verbal smackdown that you have lain upon thine loins." And she was all like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you." He was like, "That was very uncalled for. You should not say that." At this point, everyone in the bar was like, "Whoa, we gotta let Pocahontas and Sir Humphrey deal with their anger issues." So, what the people decided was that they were gonna create a series of games for Sir Humphrey and Pocahontas. And Pocahontas was like, "All right, this seems cool. It's the first to 5 wins. That's who wins." And with that, God said, "Let the games begin." The first game was trial by fire. It was light yourself on fire and see how long it took. So they both lit themselves on fire, and it took them both exactly 10. It was an even match. Pocahontas said, "That you are a skilled warrior, Sir Humphrey." And Sir Humphrey said, "I've known to duel with pistols in my life. I know exactly how to win this." The next game was Twister. This was Humphrey's hardest game. You see, Humphrey, back in his youth, lost the first game of Twister he ever played because his brother, the dastardly Beelzebub, said, "You cannot touch the green squares." And then he flicked it, and it was a green square, and then he was like, shit, this is green, I can't touch it, and he lost. So, as soon as the game began, he was hoping, "Oh God, I hope there's not a green square that gets flicked." And wouldn't you know it, the first square that was flicked was green, and Sir Humphrey, that is, immediately had to resign, making the score 0-1, lead Pocahontas. The next game that they were going to play was throw the scissors. Sir Humphrey threw the scissors, but there was only one, and Pocahontas did not throw the scissors. Therefore, Sir Humphrey won that round. It was 1-1. It was a very heated game. They decided to get rid of the last game, because that would just make an unnecessary tie at the end if there was a winner. So, the last game was draw a picture of a dog. Now, Sir Humphrey lives in a house made out of dogs, and he knew exactly what he wanted to draw. So he drew a wiener dog, cocker, spaniel, poodle, doodle remix sensation flavor. And Pocahontas she's kind of just hanging out, you know? leading to Sir Humphrey winning the final game. There was applause, there was booing, there was laughter, there was most importantly a pen, or it was the scissors that was still on the ground, like over there. And Pocahontas was like, "You've done well, Sir Humphrey, but the next time we meet, one of us shall die." It was right then and there that she produced a salmon from her belt. And Sir Humphrey was like, "Oh shit, bro, I need one of those to give to God." And she was like, "Oh, one of these? Why don't you go get it?" And she threw it right off of a castle. They were on a castle, by the way. And Sir Humphrey said, "No!" It was kind of like that one scene in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the bug guy threw Exodia into the ocean. But this time, Sir Humphrey didn't have a Joey Wheeler. So he jumped in after the salmon. And as soon as he hit the ground, he died. So ends the tale of Sir Humphrey the Gallant. Is what you would think if he was not resurrected 3 days later on April 10th of 19 AD. When he came back to life, God said, "You've done me well, Sir Humphrey, but alas, you have died. You only have 4 more lives left, Sir Humphrey." Sir Humphrey was like, "I know, God. This is a holy duty and I must make sure." Wait a second, the salmon. And he reached for the salmon and he handed it to God. And God was like, "Oh, you've done me a mighty fine service this day. You shall be rewarded." And God gave him just this huge pair of tits. Like they were massive. Like they dragged on the floor. Like when Sir Humphrey was walking, and he was like, "Thank you, God. I will use this in aid of my next mission." What is my next mission, God? And God said, "You must come up with your own mission, for only the righteous may prevail." Sir Humphrey listened closely to those words, and he could hear Owen from Total Drama Island winning the season finale of season 1. And Sir Humphrey was like, "Damn it, God, did Owen win the season 1 finale?" And God said, "You will know when you come back, my child." But yes, he totally won. And Sir Humphrey said, "What did he do with the $1 million?" And God was like, "I gotta go. Bye." So Sir Humphrey was just there. The green pig of Eastern Gloucestershire. And he had a huge pair of titties. He thought to himself, "What is a challenge befitting of a pig of my stature?" And he thought to himself, "What if I were a lamp?" Yes, a lamp, he told himself. What would I need to do to be a lamp? He himself did not know, but he knew someone who might know. So he traveled north to the northern kingdom, not the eastern one. That one's in the east. He went to the northern kingdom, where he met with Prince Gazpacho. And Prince Gazpacho was like, "Hey, bro, what's going on, homie?" And what was his name? Sir Piggy Hamilton? Whatever his name. It'll come back to me. He was like, "Bro, I need to turn myself into a lamp." And he's like, "That is crazy. I think I know of a potion that will do the trick." And he said, "Whoa, where can I procure this potion?" And he says, "Schnegeldorf, the gnome warlock of the abyss." And the pig guy, he was like, Schmeckletalk. You think I'm crazy? Where is he? And he was like, the prince was like, "Yeah, he's in the basement." And the pig guy was like, "I will go to the basement." It took him 15 years to get to the basement, and he made it there. And as soon as he made it to the basement, he thought to himself, "Schmeggledock, the gnome warlock, where is a potion I can procure to turn myself into a lamp?" He heard this ominous And Schmeggledock rose his voice with terror. He said, "You dare disturb Schmeggledock in the moment of his prime?" The pig guy was like, Yeah, I do. What are you gonna do about it, bud?" Schmeggledock was, "Do not taunt me, you gallant one, for I am the master of the arcane, and the abjuration, the conjuration, and the prestidigitation." He stepped out from the backlighting, and Sir Piggly Wiggly Man, he gave himself that name after 15 years, said, "Oh, egads! What has happened to you, my brother?" And Schmegeldorf was like, "Hey, this is what you get for eating a zebra cake every day for a week straight." And Piggly Wiggly was like, "Yeah, that's you're looking pretty rough around the edges, I'm not gonna lie." And he was like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And Sir Piggly Wiggly was like, "I need to turn myself into a lamp, lest ye believe that thine triumph is own one, Terrine." And Schmegeldorf was like, "What the hell did you just say? That I do not speak Korean." And Piggy was like, "Hey, turn me into a lamp, bitch." And Schmegeldorf was like, "Okay, it's gonna cost you your titties, though." And Piggy was like, "A gift from God, for God, in the pursuit of God. Is there a more noble deed? I think not." And he ripped his titties off with the might of 1,000 suns. That kind of sonic energy evaporated Schmegeldorf. But for a brief instant, he looked like a lamp, and God said, "Bravo, bravo. You have done me proud, Piggy, once again. I ask of you another task." Piggy said, "Yes, my lord. Anything for you, my lordship. Anything for you." God said, "Since you have proven to be witty, craftful, resourceful, and reliable, I need you to show me your faults." Right then, God created another god. He said, this god is your own personal god. He will do whatever you want. Hell, you could kill me with this god. I want to see what you do for 24 hours. And Piggy was like, "Yeah, all right, that's cool." And then the actual god left, and the new god was like, "Hey, Piggy, what's poppin', my dude?" And Piggy was like, "I want you to like kill everything, like everything, like I want like." And that guy was like, "Whoa, dude, I'm the original god. That's fucked up." Like, dude, this is all just a trick. I wanted to see what the wow. He went straight for genocide. Piggy was getting mad. He was like, "You know how I threw those scissors? I'm about to throw you." And he's like, "Shit, alright." So God killed everything. And Piggy was like, "Why am I not dead?" And God was like, "Because I've killed everything." Piggy was confused. He did not understand. What is he talking about? The thing? What is a thing to a pig? And God was like, a very insightful question. Piggy then remembered half of the dogs he built his house out of were named Thing, and that could cause potential structural damage. So Piggy was like, "Bro, get me back to my house right now." And God was like, "Sure thing." And he went back to his house, and his house was in ruins. It looked like raiders had actually attacked the house. It wasn't as a result of spontaneous anything. There's like seven guys and a cripple that were all like, "Hey, we're mining the house and we're digging a pit. Stop me now if you think I should quit." And Piggy was like, "Stop! Stop, ye cur! I will find what needs to be done." And he goes right into his house, and he sees God on his couch watching total drama action. I think that's the next one. And then God was like, Piggy, what are you doing? Right then and there, the scene between Heather and Alejandro was playing, where they were like, don't call my name, Alejandro. And Piggy was like, I must stop the raiders from attacking my house. Other God showed up. He was like, bro, can you kill the raiders for me? And he was like, you gotta be more specific, buddy. I'm like a genie. Piggy then wished for the God to be a genie. He was like, what the hell, man? I'm not going to grant that wish. I don't want to do that. And Piggy was like, okay, fine. Then give me a really big spoon. And God gave him a AK-47. And Piggy was like, what the hell? What do I do with this? And he was like, my bad. I'm still working on this whole God thing. And he gave him a spoon, but it was like an inverted spoon. So it didn't work. When you tried to scoop up the cereal, it wouldn't work because it would just roll off. And Piggy was like, oh man, I can't use this. And God was like, actually here. And he snapped his fingers and he killed every raider like that. There were violent deaths. There was all just brain hemorrhages. And God was like, your third task, eat a bowl of cereal with the inverted spoon. Piggy was like, shit, bro, I'm lactose intolerant. I can't do that. And God was like, yeah, eat it, figure it out. So Piggy put the spoon in the cereal, and the cereal was like, it rolled right off because it was like a reverse curve. There was nothing for it to be held into. And God was like, it'll be a while until he figures this one out. Piggy would then immediately thought to himself, God, do I still have access to your godly powers? And he was like, yep. Piggy said, invert the bowl. God said, what? Invert the bowl. Piggy refrained. Oh. Okay. God inverted the bowl and all the cereal spilled fucking everywhere. Piggy ate it off the ground. And then he was like, bam, I did it, God. Look at me go. God was like, shit, you ate the cereal. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Damn, congrats. You only got one more task left for me. And Piggy was like, oh shit, yeah, we're that far in this. Oh my God, I've been talking for 22 minutes straight. And Piggy was like, yeah, okay. What are we doing, God? And God was like, you must defeat me in Twister. Piggy knew that this was the impossible task. No matter how many gifts God had given him, he could only do one thing, and that was lose at Twister. Piggy said, this is not a fair competition, God, for I swore an oath not to play the green square. God was like, that's easily fixed. And he snapped his fingers, and all of the green squares were gone. Piggy said, this is not Twister, and you have besmirched the name of Twister by removing all the green ones. And God was like, yeah. Piggy said, you are no God. You are a harlot. You are a queer manifestation of what we all ideologically believe to be the God. And God was like, ha ha ha, you got me. I am actually, and he unzipped his head, I am Piggy. And Piggy looked at Piggy in his eyes, and he was like, whoa, oh my God, that's insane. That is insane. How did you do that? And he was like, it's a cool magic trick. Watch this. And he pulled out a Sharpie and he drew a mustache on his face. And he was like, pretty cool, right? And Piggy was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And so concludes the story of